we're dedicating this video to Doug and Lou in Rhode Island, who are new subscribers. Do you know on YouTube, we are going to hit 1 million views by the end of April. We'll also be over 3,000 subscribers. Doug and Lou are recent subscribers. They said, would you dedicate a video? I said, sure. I'm going to dedicate a really rare one. Counterforce. Now, you know they made 3,870 of these, Gottlieb did. But gosh, there's not many left, but I'm willing to bet this is possibly one of the top 10 left in the country. Because look at this art. Look at this beautiful cabinet. Stephen has done a remarkable job bringing this thing back to life. This is one of two. We put two counterforces together to make one because the head on the other one had fallen apart. So we realized that we have a counterforce that's now dead in the water, but because of that, we were able to get pretty much all perfect plastics throughout the playfield. And just like we show you, we've protected the most important parts with our clear washers that we get these from ice. They're Lexan and they're clear. Can't even tell you that they're there. They're underneath all the critical parts to make sure the plastics don't break again. Look at this back glass. Stephen touched it up. He did quite a bit of touch-up on it. Can't tell, can you? Can't tell. No. Pinball Life has, these are super bright LEDs on the machine. They look just terrific. Color changes in the pop bumpers. You know, it's probably, let's take a look right now at what we found when we first started working on it. The condition of the rubbers on our counterforce. Let's go away to that now. And we just set this baby up, the counterforce. Tony's adjusting the volume. And look, what did you find? That's one of the rubbers on the machine. Hold on, let me get in.
Okay.
Hold on, let me get in.
It's such good shape. We're going to reuse it. It's supposed to be rubber.
But it cleaned up nice. We have new drop targets. Wait until you see this machine when it's finished. Yes, yep, all the plastics are off. The process has started.
It's gonna look beautiful.
Yep, everything's off as you can see. The flipper mechanisms, all that's dropped out. Oh. Yes, it was sitting for a number of years. Let's take a peek back here now. You can see, super bright back here, color coordinated, our touched up artwork looks terrific now. You already know when you lift this up, you lift by the handle and that display. That's right, you swing that baby open. Well, what we've done here, we've done our jumpers here for these three coils right here, okay? And we added the jumper wire between the logic and the driver board. We have our lithium battery. We did have to change this here. That's a Docent electronics connector. Of course, that was bad. We rebuilt the power supply. Frank, you did this one, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So we have the foil connectors here to ensure that this power supply will never go bad again in this customer's home for the rest of his life. All new capacitors, too. We did the same with the soundboard. New capacitors. Look!
Plus a couple of new chips after you blew it up.
I don't blow things up. Look here, this game, if this game has been subjected to extreme cold, allowed to warm up to room temperature about 6 hours. God, that's a long time. That would be really extreme cold. No. I would just plug it in, the hell with it. You know what I like about this sound system here? They fire the speaker back up into this recess and it comes out this top. I always thought that was a terrific idea. And it really does provide room-filling sound. Very clever of them to do that. And you know what? This has got to be the most elaborate programming for a Gottlieb game from 1980-81. They had so many lights on this that they ran out of transistors. You see all the all these red lights here and how they're flowing? They are actually not being run by a bunch of transistors, but by one. Each row is run by one. Now, you can't tell now. Notice they're all lighting in the advertising. Kurt, did it occur to you that I was making a video
course you are.
Even though it's Saturday night, 5 of 7 at night.
That's all you do anymore is make videos. Don't work.
Oh, don't work.
Videos.
I mean, is anybody else working on pinball machines right now?
You're not working on a pinball machine, you're making a video. We work on the pinball machine.
All right, now let's get back to these lights. Now look, these are tied in. They only light as long as the targets are up. So watch, even with the game off, there's a switch on the target for scoring, and there's a second switch that turns off the light. So look, this string here is no longer on. This one isn't, and that one isn't. Just so you know, because you know what, if you were working on this game and you were trying to figure out why those damn lights weren't on, and you didn't know about the drop targets being up and down, you would be screaming, trying to say, why is this light out?
I wonder how you figured that out.
Frank did. It took him an hour.
It took you 35 years and you
But
still
wait a
didn't
minute,
know.
wait a minute. At the end of this video, I'm going to put a link up where you can watch the our Understanding Pinball. I shot this very game back in 1989. A really detailed video about how to play it. I understand the link does not show up if you have a cell phone. You cannot find the link on your cell phone. You have to be on like a home computer, I guess, or a laptop. But just so you know, I'll put that link up at the end. New drop targets from Steve Young. Obviously, we have all the flipper parts. All 4 flippers are rebuilt with new parts from Steve Young. Also, the boots. He sells all this stuff now. He actually still has plastic sets for a lot of classic Gottlieb games. I don't know if he has this game. We didn't need any. Well, we were able to put 2 together to make 1. And boy, I think it's really, really nice how it turned out. Oh, this may be an interesting idea. This is one of the early game System 80s that used pop bumper boards. People say, why do you need a pop bumper board? The pop bumper board was Gottlieb's way of not burning out the coil. When the ball hits the switch here, it sends a signal to the pop bumper board, a low voltage 5-volt signal. That turns on a transistor on the board that fires the coil once. So even if I put my finger down and held this down, the coil would only go boom, and that would be the end of it. Now, what happened is this. The original system, like Close Encounters, the System 1s that didn't have the pop bumper board, if that ring got stuck down, the coil would go down, it would stay locked down, the coil would overheat, burn out, blow the fuse, and there would be some smoke and the game would be off. With the pop bumper board, it was very clever. You could avoid that. But guess what? Wait until you see what a very clever person did, because he couldn't fix the pop bumper boards or whatever. He took the pop bumper boards out and he did this. I'm going to show you something rather interesting. Steven's painting the back glass of Counterforce, but look what we found here. The factory did not do this. Let me show you. This is a clever tie-back system, as you can see. Good way to hold the wire in the right. There were 2 pop bumper boards here, and the person here has replaced the pop bumper boards with his Pop-O-Matic bypass the pop bumper board system. See, there are the original plugs, and as you can see, very cleverly, by running these jumper wires over this connection, he completely eliminates the pop bumper boards from the circuit. So now they will work when you hit the switches together, and they'll pull down in the room. They won't pull down electronically. The downside of that is that if you push the switch together, they will stay down. So that's why, even though this is a clever idea, very clever of the person to do this, we are going to put the original pop bumper boards back into the circuit. However, when we're done here, now let me show you, we're going to put this special pop bumper board jump out system up on eBay. And what do you think we should put prices at, Frank?
$100 to start.
$100 to start. $99.99 for this custom design. Let's bypass the bumper system. But it is really clever. You got to admit, that's pretty clever. And that's what I think of it. I dropped them inside of the machine. Steven remains unimpressed.
Talking to me? You talking to me?
Yes, you can do it. You can bypass your pop bumper boards. They work just the same. Only problem is, in fact, you're running high voltage through that low voltage switch. So eventually, it'll make it ugly. Anyway, it was a very clever idea by somebody who came up with that. And I guess you could do it in a pinch if your pop bumper board goes bad. But guess what? If you do the jumper, there's a mod for every old pop bumper board. You have to take out a diode, put in we use a staple. It's perfect. It fits in the holes right. Then you flip one capacitor. It's online. You can be able to see that mod. You do that, tighten the screws, reheat the connectors on that pop bumper board. It will never go bad again. The pop bumper board will be good for the rest of your life. Let's start a game. Our first shot, oh boy, we're not on much of a tilt, so I won't bother showing you. Look, we got all of our yellows here. All the yellow spots will spot a target. Watch. So that spotted that one. Now the game is running. Just like Space Invaders, it's pulsing. Now watch, I'll get a different one down. Now I got these two. Now, these two are out. But as my ball rolls over different targets, it lights on the play field here different bases. Okay? Now I got them all lit except one. Now look, these two are still attacking me because they're still up. There's one less. Now look, now if you get the rest of the targets down on this row, you get a certain feature. The key is if you get all the targets down on this row, you'll get a special, but I'm not doing that. Watch what happens. These three are doomed. This was already, I never got that, so I didn't lose that. So now I'm only down to 3 bases. Pretty good, huh? My video will go in more detail. Now, I want to show you the special, the different things I get. Let's suppose I get all the targets down on this. It lights my extra ball, see? So if I get them all down while they're pulsing here, that's what happens. And I'll collect my extra ball. Isn't it nice, the purple light? What a terrific game. Now, how could you not like this game? Beautiful piece of equipment. And we still say we have one target spotted. Now we'll go down. See? Really nice memory feature, huh? Pretty sharp, huh? I have to, whenever I see a hole, I gotta put something in it. We heard that, Kurt. Anyway, I think we're done, Kurt. Actually, you know what? Let's get this special. Let's wait for it to pulse down to here.
I don't want to go. I'm going to have dinner with my family.
Your family is no longer important. TNT is important.
Shit,
and look, it's pulsing. Look, it's almost there. Come on. Here it comes. Here we go. You get nothing for the 4th row. It's too close. Got to do it earlier. Anyway, Frank. Nice. Anyway, we're done. We're done.
Pretty cool game. Can we take it to my house tonight, Kurt?
Kurt, are you gonna? You guys probably after we leave, they're gonna be playing this till all hours of the night. You're not gonna go home yet, right, Frank? No. Don't shake the camera. People hate that. And don't make that sound. They don't like that turret sound or whatever thing.
Well, I didn't realize that.
He said it, Kurt.
I didn't realize that one of our viewers is a doctor and he accurately diagnosed me as Tourette's. He watches our videos between patients.
Oh. We got a lot of people watching that, man. I'll tell you, people like doing it. It's good. It's good. Anyway, Oh, there's a show coming out. Richie Knuckles' movie. It comes out in 2 weeks. The King of Arcades. And I was told last night that I am in a full 6 minutes of it. I hope it's not the end credits. I'm very excited. We're excited to see the movie. Maybe it may even get released theatrically. So we're hoping there'll be a limited theatrical release.
Your basement movie theater doesn't count as a theatrical release.
Oh, this may be the closest I get to.
Kurt, I didn't know there was any dollar movie theaters left. And that one even gives you free popcorn.
This may be as close as I'll get to the big screen.
They don't make a screen. The IMAX screen's not big enough for you.
I was going to be one of those characters walking, let's go to the lobby. Let's go to the lobby.
Let's all go to the lobby.
That's a 6 minute. Get yourself a snack.
Anyway, this machine is going to Canada. And
We'll ship it out.
Oh,
Hey?
yes. It's going to Canada. We think it's his first pinball machine. He's picked a beauty, too. $1,699. It's not cheap, these pinball machines. Nothing is cheap these days. But I figured just in LEDs, there's about 200 in LEDs here. But anyway, out it goes. Frank, let's wrap this up, and I think it's time we go home. Good night. Now get out!